Hey, Shagman here from the SHAGMAN.com. Just a heads up, if you are a new follower or an older follower on social media, just remember my stuff is mostly R-rated. If you go to my website, theshagman.com, you can stream podcasts, which are R-rated radio, highlights from my radio shows in the 90s. Also, my songs are R-rated. And if I tell you the occasional joke, that's probably going to be R-rated too. So if you're easily offended by R-rated comedy, make sure you watch them so you can be offended again and get some of your easily offended friends to watch them as well. Other than that, thanks for the follow and enjoy the shagman.com. Hi from Brisbane, Australia. Very wet here today. Australia's pretty much in an entire lockdown. So that continues on. So so I wanted to tell you something else about the Shagger Show, the radio show I hosted at the Rock Network in New Zealand back in the 90s. A little while ago now, but I did some pretty cool stuff on this show. And as I say, you can stream a lot of it as a podcast form from theshagman.com. Click on podcasts. So it came to my attention that tapes of my show, taped by the listeners, cassette tapes. If you're not sure what that is, just Google cassette tape. Back in the day, okay, you'd tape a show. Well, we'd have to tape a show, and the management it's called an air check. They'll sit there and go through the show with you and basically tear it to pieces. There are incidences of program directors throwing air checks at announcers. I've heard stories of that. But anyway, some of my shows ended up on cassette tapes in Europe and America. Listeners would tape my show and send it to Europe and America, or take it over there with them. And I know this is true because this is such a bizarre story. A girl that I ended up flatting with in Australia years after my show finished had been to Europe and had heard the show on a tape, the Shagger Show, and she said, "Oh my God, I heard a tape of your show." Yep, in Europe. So there you go. It does happen. But if you don't have one of those tapes, that's okay. You can download my stuff and stream it from theshagman.com, the audio and podcasts. So yeah, check it out, theshagman.com, and have a good one.